Here's a quick representation of stimulating earth dogs. Just come across this grave here. There's an opening there, something small could have been going in. The other dogs were interested in the hole over there in a corner. As I approached here, I had a feeling that something might be here. So what we'll have now is one will continue to inspect and dig there, and the other one will keep an eye out and then start looking elsewhere. So we have some flanks here, the others are around, not really too interested. But the Patterdale Terriers are certainly onto it. I don't think there's too much there. However, this is giving stimulation. So for all intents and purposes, these two dogs are hunting. Now another one comes on the scene. So to get the stimulation, there's enough there to be stimulating the dog now. That's concrete underneath that leaf litter, so she can't get much further than that. It's pretty safe in the middle of winter for this activity. These dogs get to work. They are working dogs, so they go out and they work for what they're bred for. They're Patterdale Terriers, which nobody's ever heard of, especially not in the cities. But a lot of dogs this size, all terrier breeds. Terrier is Earthdog, Dachshund, Dachshund, Badger dog. They're underground dogs. And a lot of the stuff that they find underground fights back. So they need to be able to be the dogs that they've been bred for aeons to be. And this is how you let them be those kind of dogs. Very simple. I do a lot of work with people's dogs, particularly earth dogs, terriers and dachshunds mainly. Engage in activity like this on a regular basis, they become completely different dogs. And they're a much better dog for the rest of the human life that they live. See, so she needs to be able to do that. She just had to squash herself down in order to get into that hole. And she's gone. Let me get down in there. Can't see, but that's what she's built for. And that docked tail shows she's a working dog. Foxes. Not a lot of room in there. So this is basically what will happen. We could film for another 20 minutes here, but I'll wrap it up here. This is all you need to do. Many of the cemeteries around the place in the city are really old. The graves are 150 years old, some of them, or a lot of them are. In this cemetery, there's probably not anybody left alive to remember any of these people. You get the subsidence in the graves. Perfect environment for rats to live. And this means the dogs will be responsive. They'll come when they're called. They'll listen. They'll be quiet when they're told. They'll sit and stay. And because they've been engaged, most importantly, what this is all about is letting them know that I'm doing something for them. Well, they know that. They cotton on to that. And It's a hunting activity. So if you get with the program, then this is what we're going to go and do. If you don't get with the program, we're not going to do this. I won't be able to trust you. And then what comes from that is that you can call your hunting dogs that have got these incredible instincts to do what they're doing here and to fight and kill these things under the ground. So when it comes to other dogs and when it comes to cats, guinea pigs, birds, chickens, etc., then if you've engaged your dogs in this kind of activity and then used the commands and stimulated them and then had the discipline control, then you can call the dogs off anything. Even if it's something that they're bred, like if it was foxes, for instance. I mean, I can call these dogs off rabbits. We haven't encountered a fox for me to call them off, but when we're tracking, then yeah, I'll call them off all kinds of things. I can call them off snakes, cane toads, echidnas. Echidna's actually the hardest thing, but I can call them off now. You've got to be able to call these dogs off anything with your voice, so they listen the first time. And this is one of the biggest things that you need to do in order to make sure that they will respond to your voice. This is for them. We're here for them. They know that. So they stay with the program all day so that we come and do this late at night before we go to bed. These are also therapy dogs. They're working dogs for hunting underground, clearing vermin. They're also therapy dogs for soldiers, for returned servicemen. Specifically bred because of the edge that they have and the emotional intelligence to be able to fit into the human world. So we go and do therapy for people in various means. Basically whatever each person needs, then we meet them where they're at. And so this is what I do. I meet the dogs where they're at. Each dog is an individual, same as every human being. And both dogs and humans are people. That's enough for now. Cheerio.